I've been doing this for a very long time. And whether it's from an inside perspective or outside as a consultant, I have heard many excuses as to why someone doesn't want to work on their brand strategy, on their brand messaging. So I'm going to share with you some of my favorites right now. And we're going to start with we don't have the budget for it. Okay. What I hear when I hear someone say we don't have the budget for it is we don't think this is a priority. You don't think it's a priority. Knowing that your team can talk about what you do in a relevant and competitively differentiated way, that's not a priority. Having clear distinction between you and all the other choices people have, that's not a priority. And the other thing is not working on your brand strategy and your messaging has an impact on everything you do. It's kind of like not going to the doctor or not putting oil in your tank or not paying your bills because, they'll just get paid eventually. It'll just happen. No, you've got to stay on top of your brand strategy. You've got to stay on top of being certain that you are showing up in the world in an authentic, memorable, compelling, and differentiated way because things change and you've got to change along with it. So saying you don't have a budget is like saying you don't really care. Number two, we can do it ourselves. Okay, maybe, but probably not. You don't cut your own hair, do you? Well, maybe you do. But the point is, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. And I would challenge that you may not even be able to do that yourself because you're too close to it. We are so close to our work. We live and breathe it every day. We think about it way more than anybody else. And we forget what's in here that's not in other people's minds, which is why it's so important to have an outside resource come in and help you with your branding work, help you with your messaging, because we can see the world that you don't because you're just too close to where you are now to see where you should be or where you could be. Number three, we're going to focus on the work. Great, you should. But here's a secret. Your message is part of your work. Your brand helps keep you focused. Your brand excites the people that work for you, that work with you to create whatever it is you're creating. Your brand is what gets the world excited. And if the world isn't excited about your work, why bother doing it? Your brand also helps you stay focused on what you do best that is needed most. So your brand and your message is not separate from the work. The brand and the message is your work. Lame excuse number four. People get it. They understand. Do they? Do they really? I doubt it because throughout my many years doing this work, I've run into so many people that say, we don't need market research. We know what I know what our customers want. I know what our customers think. And never have they actually. But all right, I'll take your word for it. If you go out and talk to five people in your organization and say, okay, describe who we are and what we do. Now, if four of them come back with pretty much the same answer, I might stand corrected. You might have an organization that gets it, but then go outside and do the same thing. Ask some customers, some prospects, some people in your industry, and get them to tell you what they think you're all about, what makes you different. And again, if you get majority of people to say the same thing, I am wrong. But my money is on the fact that you will not, because we forget, like I just said a minute ago, we forget what's in our heads and what isn't in others. So it's really important to know that not everyone gets it. And or they might. You have to do the research in order to find out. Lame reason number five. And it's not as lame as the others because it's a little true. And that is that change is constant. Why would we go ahead and update our brand when things are going to change tomorrow, when the market's going to change, when the competitive landscape is going to change, when everything's going to change? That might be true if you just do little bits of it at a time. But if you have a brand framework, a messaging framework, or a brand house, that is actually your guide. That is your structure to navigate all those changes that are definitely coming our way. So, lame excuse number five, everything is changing. Why bother? Yeah, there's a reason to bother, but only if you do it right. And the sixth and last lame reason I'm going to share today is, it's exhausting. That sounds like a lot of work. All right. That's not a lame excuse because it is actually true. It can be a lot of work to do that kind of introspection, to do that kind of market research, to try to get to understand what people are thinking, to go through the whole process of making decisions about who you are and making a commitment to who you are, what you do, how you show up in the world, and agreement on why what you do matters. That can be exhausting. It's how I feel about my closets or my junk drawer. Um, God, I hate cleaning those out. But once you do, oh my gosh, it feels so good. Once you're on the other side of that process that you think might be exhausting, which it probably can be, but not always. It can also be exhausting and fun, but that's another video. But once you get to the other side, it feels awesome. And you have an energy, an exhilaration that you didn't have before the process. And I have clients that have actually used that word. Our whole team is exhilarated about what we do, having gone through the process about looking at your brand and your message. All right, those are my six lame reasons that you don't update your brand or your message. What did I miss? How many of them do you want to challenge? Bring it on. I'll take it. I love discussions about this. Please let me know what you think. And of course, as always, like, subscribe, and tell all your friends. But most importantly, always stay on brand.